Alright folks, with Genius 88, we are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's hit on chapter number 2. And Gabriel needs me to go to the cult headquarters. This guy seems like a trip. Secret Agent Ace, now's not the best time for a chat. The Enlightened One has left us, and when I say that makes it the perfect time to talk to us, Mr. Grayson. Where were you this morning? I was away on business. The hard truth takes me far and wide, and often leaves me time to grab a donut before I have to leave again. Well, now that your leader's gone, you'll finally be able to stay put. Do you know of anyone who might have wished him dead? Of course not. Stephen was loved by all. We have nothing to hide. By all means, have a look around the compound. You can start right here. This very room is where the Enlightened One slept. Well, in this very room, as well as the rest of your headquarters, is now officially on lockdown. That means no one from the Higher Truth may leave, Mr. Rosewater, including you. And the cult's mass suicide is over. Ace, I don't trust Grayson Rosewater, even with the headquarters under lockdown. I agree, we're to get some police presence here to make sure these people don't harm themselves. I'll call the station and get them to send a few units over here while you have a look around the victim's room. Yeah, good call, Bonnie. Was he truly loved by all? Because most people didn't like him. Outside of the Higher Truth. He was probably liked by maybe 100, 200 people. That's not all. There we go. Oh, 700,000. Exactly. I have to say, I would have expected the room of a cult leader to be much fancier, but it looks like he was treated like any other cult member. Makes one wonder what they did with all the money they scammed from their members, doesn't it? But no time for speculation. That tablet you found must have been Stephen's, so we better unlock it. If you could put this broken CD back together, it might give us another lead. Let's get to work, Ace. Okay, for Stephen. Zuga. So CD is still a bit of a mystery, but it was clearly intended for our victim. We call Ace. We should get the CD to the lab. Oh, the Codex. Oh, how I have not missed you. Yeah, it's a very cold temperature of 108 here in Phoenix, Arizona. Ace, that tablet may have been Stephen's, but it's showing Skylar Sage's agenda. With all those appointments, it looks like Skylar was heavily involved with the cult's recruiting effort. Except that half these interviews were canceled. Was she removed from the recruiting process? Did she get on Stephen's bad side? I agree, Ace. We better have another chat with Skylar to get to the bottom of these canceled appointments. Oh, that's not good. Ace, the CD you found in Stephen Crow's room was extremely creepy, but also kind of cool. At first glance, the CD appeared to be a greatest hits compilation for an electro band, but when I started listening to the lyrics, I quickly noticed something was off. Someone modified the original songs. They replaced the choruses with threats to the victim, including a very telling line about the blind leading the blind. Well, given how Crow died, there's no doubt the killer made those alterations. Did you find anything else that could help us identify them? Whoever did this used a filter and made their voice totally robotic, and I wasn't able to reverse the effect. But there's one thing they couldn't hide. They had to know the band really well to be able to adapt the song so perfectly. Your killer is a fan of the band Daiglo Satsuma. So the killer is a big Daiglo Satsuma fan, huh? Wonder if they do tours in prisons. That's one more entry for a killer profile, but we could use new leads. I agree, Ace. Let's have another look outside the cult's headquarters. Nah, well, in order to change my name back to Ace, I would have to change my name on Facebook, and whenever I do that, Facebook says that Ace is not my real name. Oh snap, there's someone protesting. Thanks, Flora. I can't remember the origin. Is it Irish? I can't remember what the origin is. Hey, would you look at that picture of Stephen Crow? Devil horns and a tail? The word monster. Someone wasn't happy with him. Maybe that dusty substance could tell us who made that sign. Let's collect a sample. That handbag doesn't look like a higher truth accessory. How about you use your skills in that lock, Ace? I'll bet you anything that sign was from the mom. Or Miss Cato. Let's have a rummage through this bag, Ace. Working on it, working on it. Yeah, I think it's cigarette dust for sure. Oh dear. Nice. An interesting collection of tchotchkes. Although not surprising considering the picture you just found. Those kids look like dyed in the wool goths. Oh wait, you're telling me this is young Stephen Crow? Whoa, it's really hard to imagine this kid with black clothes and mascara becoming the enlightened one. Who's the girl standing next to him? Any chance you know her? Oh yeah, you do. That girl's Elvira Milton, and she was involved in one of your investigations back in the day. I wonder what she's doing here outside the cult headquarters. Let's go find her and ask her. Oh, Elvira's back. Nice. 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 I should have known. I should have known that she would be back. Yeah, I did not see that coming, but it makes perfect sense. Perfect, you gotta sample that dusty stuff from the protest side. Rupert will want to take a look at that, Ace. You can already tell him what it is. Miss Sage, you must have had a lot of free time lately, given that so many of your recruiting interviews were cancelled. Was Crow taking you off the job? Please, call him the Enlightened One. He may have already departed, but that's all the more reason to be respectful. And I was the one who canceled all those recruitment interviews. At first, the cult seemed very exclusive. It felt like the Higher Truth was something I wanted to be a part of. Then the recruitment drive started, complete with donuts that even I could not resist. There was no pressure to bring more and more into the fold. I expressed my misgivings to the Enlightened One, but he waved them away. He told me his mission was to help as many people as possible to reach salvation. Even though I meditate several hours every day on the higher truth, I realize that my mind is simply not mature enough to question anything. Well, you're right. Critical thinking skills aren't highly prized by cult leaders. Stay close, Miss Sage. We may seek you out again. What's up, Elvira? Wow, Secret Agent Ace. Is that you? I know, I've changed, haven't I? Look at my outfit. I'm pretty stylish. Yeah, it seems like it was a day for reminiscing. Is that why you went to the Higher Truth's headquarters, Miss Milton? Did you meet up with Stephen Crow? Yeah, it's a funny thing. When I learned that Stephen, had started his cult thing, I had to see it for myself. Stopped by Donut Land on my way over for old time's sake. We used to hang out there with the gang back in the day. Anyway, some guy in a robe told me that Stephen was at the fair, so I went there and I could hardly recognize him. And the nonsense that came out of his mouth, all about the higher truth, this, and enlightenment, that silly cult really changed him. Yeah, I'm afraid it changed in more ways than one. Stephen was murdered earlier today at the fair. Wait, what? He's dead? Oh, I can't believe this. We talked about death so much when we were teens, and now we'll never talk again. Oh, cool, Jaya. Well, dear friends, the dusty substance you got from the protest sign turned out to be cigarette ash. Well, that's not going to be very helpful. A lot of people smoke. And that's why I dug deeper. As soon as I isolated a heavy concentration of oil from the Zirconium aromatica plant. In English, that would be garden variety clove oil. Some people use it to relieve toothaches, but in this case, it spices up a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, we know. Cato's mother, yep. So she was who made this protest sign against Stephen. Looks like Miss Cato had her mind up about the cult. We better go talk to her. Yeah, we all kind of guessed that. Miss Cato, we found the protest sign you made against Stephen Crow. Well, what? How did you trace that sign back to me? Oh, take a wild guess. Don't even think about lighting that cigarette in here. I knew these stupid things would lead me to more trouble, but the last time I quit, I binged on donuts and my blood sugar went crazy. Yeah, I made this sign. I decided to take action. That monster scrambled my son's mind. Tried to let the anger go, you know. I meditated, listened to Daigoro Satsuma, but all I could think about was my precious son in jail. I couldn't let that monster get away with it. I couldn't let him turn other people into murderers. And so you went to confront him at the fair. Did you decide to take justice in your own hands, Miss Cato? Of course not. I'm glad he's dead, but I didn't do it. You have to believe me. Not really believing you right now. Ace, I feel like we're a little closer to finding the person who stabbed and killed Stephen Crow, but we need more. Running into his old friend Elvira was a surprise, and her shock seemed genuine when we told about him being murdered. The creeps in old Rosewater gives me all kinds of creeps, but that doesn't make him a killer. So far, Miko Cato is the strongest suspect in my opinion. She wanted revenge for her son, and that's a strong motive. Officer Jeffords, how are things over there? Secret Agent Ace, it's a catastrophe. These cult people, they've broken out of the headquarters. They're rioting. Brother. Well, anyways, guys, let's head on to chapter number 3. I'll see you guys there. It's been PG88. Over and out.